in nature. So you can equally present pros and cons, and then at the end, the judges are supposed to be, it's kind of up to them to decide, but they don't like to tell you their decision. But it's something that they can go out in the community and advocate and like let people know what's going on. And it's supposed to be local in content as well as state and national. So this year they've chosen the eradication of feral hogs and the disaster they're creating. So I think we won district and we go to area on Monday during Thanksgiving break. So this is our first of, I think we have 4 presentations today.
So y'all for the eradication of hogs?
Well, we can't be for it.
Wait.
You have to listen.
Okay,
Listen.
let's go.
We got 3 of them that are for it and 3 of them that aren't. They have to be equal.
So it's like a debate.
Yes.
Well, I was on the ag issues team. And so I'm proud that you're here.
Awesome.
I would have worn my jacket, but I can't get it. I weighed, could you really? I think I weighed about 120 pounds.
We found Steve's jacket and it's like
Yeah,
that big.
I couldn't believe how small it was. And I was like, was that really?
This one?
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah, I was one of the Lone Star farmers.
But then she can't hear.
I think y'all usually come up.
Here and do it towards them? Or,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, y'all usually just come right
Okay.
up in the front.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna say, you gotta start your name, usually, I don't know.
Well, it's in there.
Oh, okay.
They introduce themselves.
And yeah, y'all are talking to them, not us.
You're gonna talk to them.
The conjo.
Just the content.
Who's the leader?
I am.
You're the leader.
You're the outnumbered one.
Yeah, that's right.
It's hard to find males that will
Yeah.
do anything. Besides
In
play sport.
general.
Like really.
Easy. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Did you know in Texas there are more feral hogs than high school students?
Depending on your profession, you either love or hate feral hogs. Outdoorsmen see them as a year-round hunting opportunity. But farmers, ranchers, and wildlife biologists see something very different. An invasive species causing about $2.5 billion a year in agricultural damage nationwide. Here in Texas, the problem is especially severe. We have an estimated 2.6 million hogs in 253 of our 254 counties. Even with aggressive efforts, we're only removing 29% of the population each year. But experts say removing 66 to 70% annually just to keep the numbers steady.
And in Brown County, agriculture is vital. Our county produces more than $30.5 million in livestock, crops, and pecans, and over 470,000 acres is dedicated to rangeland and pasture. This means that this damage isn't just happening somewhere else. It's happening here in our own community.
In fact, hunters have already harvested over 1 million hogs per year in Texas, yet the population is still continuing to grow.
Under current Texas state law, feral hogs are classified as non-game animals, which means they can be taken year-round with no bag limit. Some state legislators are proposing to increase funding and coordination for removal programs because the problem is only growing worse. Today, we, the Brown FFA Ag Issues Forum team, will be debating this controversial topic. Our team members include Madison Mosley, Aubrey Neal, and Braylee Reeves for the pro side, and Kate Smith, Cindy Wilson, and Shari Ray for the con side. I'm Evan Smith, serving as moderator. The issue we will be discussing today is should additional measures be implemented to control the feral hog population, or are we already doing enough? To begin with the pro side, please welcome Madison Mosley, speaking in favor for additional measures with a focus on the economic side.
Thank you, Evan. Feral hogs are among America's most destructive invasive species. Nationwide, the USDA estimates $2.5 billion in damage and control costs in a single year. A multi-state study put that number at $1.6 billion across just 13 states. And here in Texas, the latest research shows over $670 million in agricultural losses annually, plus another $130 million spent on control. And those numbers come home to us here in Brown County. With over 470,000 acres in rangeland, forage, and cropland, every acre torn up by feral hog herding is a direct hit to our cattle, sheep, goat, and pecan producers. Imagine walking out to your field at sunrise only to see your corn or sorghum crops you planted yesterday to be completely rooted up. That's the reality of many Texas farmers, and farmers right here in our county. Whole fields can literally be destroyed overnight. In Texas, feral hog herding has been documented to cause over $52 million in crop and pasture losses, with corn and sorghum being the most heavily impacted crops. That means that Brown County farmers who rely heavily on cattle feed crops face a compounded hit when hogs damage both grazing land and feed supplies.
Building on those costs, our next speaker will discuss health and disease risks. Please welcome Aubrey Noe, speaking in favor for additional measures with a focus on disease threats.
Yes, Evan, let's discuss this. Beyond the dollars, there's disease. Wild pigs can carry over 30 different diseases and countless parasites. We've long battled brucellosis, which impacts cattle, and pseudorabies, which impacts pets and wildlife. But today, the biggest living threat is African swine fever, ASF. It's not in the U.S. yet, but outbreaks in the Caribbean have it knocking on our door. Experts warn that if ASF reaches our local feral hog population, it could devastate America's pork industry. That's why USDA and Texas are on high alert. And here in Brown County, with local confirmation of chronic wasting disease detected in our local deer herd, shows us just how close animal disease threats are to home. Adding feral hog disease to the mix could devastate our local livestock and wildlife. According to Texas Animal Health Commissions, feral hogs have tested positive for swine brucellosis and leptospirosis in multiple counties. Both can spill over to humans, hunters, and ranch workers, creating not only an animal health issue, but a serious public health concern.
Our final pro speaker will look at the environment and water quality. Please welcome Burley Reeves, speaking in favor for additional measures with a focus on our ecosystem and water resources.
That's right, Evan. The damage doesn't stop at the farm fence. Feral hogs are ecosystem engineers, but in the worst ways. They uproot native plants, accelerate soil erosion, and compete with deer, turkey, and quail for food. Texas Parks and Wildlife has documented feral hogs contaminating streams and rivers, linking them to elevated E. coli in hundreds of waterways. And here in Brown County, our most important water source is Lake Brownwood. It's 6,800 acres of water that supports recreation, wildlife, and our community. Erosion, or waste runoff, caused by feral hogs upstream, risks harming not only our environment, but also our water supply and economy right here at home. Left unchecked, hogs can tip the balance of entire ecosystems, threatening over 300 native species across the U.S. and our local waters too. Studies by Texas A&M AgriLife links feral hog activity to water contamination events in over 15 Texas watersheds. When herds wallow in streams, they contribute to nutrient loading and bacteria spikes, making lakes like Lake Brownwood more vulnerable to algae blooms and fish kills.
Now representing the con side, here's Kate Smith explaining how feral hogs aren't just a destructive force, but can be used as a potential resource.
Of course, feral hogs are not just pests, they're a resource. Processing plants, outfitters, and other rural jobs depend on them. A 2024 study showed that feral hog hunts contribute $68.5 to $188 million to the Texas economy. And hunters harvest more than millions of feral hogs each year. Their meat is lean, organic, and increasingly popular, not only in Texas, but in restaurants nationwide. But this isn't only about the money. It's about sustainability, finding a solution. Feral hogs are game animals.
Next is Cindy Wilson explaining how hog hunting supports rural life and Texas traditions.
Hog hunting has grown into a major part of Texas outdoor life. Landowners lease hunting rights, and outfitters offer guided hunts using anything from dogs to helicopters. And helicopter hunts can bring in 2,000 or more per trip. And night hunts using thermal optics can draw in hunters from across the country. But for many Texans, this isn't just about income. It's about heritage. Families hunt together, passing down outdoor skills and traditions that go back generations. Responsible hunting can give people a direct role to wildlife management. A Texas Park and Wildlife says over 450,000 hog hunts each year, supporting guides, lodges, and local communities. And many conservationists argue that hunting is more ethical and targeted than widespread poisoning or mass eradication efforts. If we rush into harsher control programs, we risk losing more than just dollars. We risk losing traditions, ethics, and a connection to the land that defines rural Texas.
Our final con speaker is Shari Ray. She'll look at the science and realistic controls.
Even if we wanted to eradicate them, the cost is staggering. Texas spends millions of dollars per year, yet the burden still falls on our private landowners. Orphan-based poisons like kaput were pulled years ago due to safety concerns. New sodium nitrate baits are promising, but they're still in research and not yet widely available. The truth is, trapping, aerial gunning, and other methods are effective, but limited. Feral hogs are one of the fastest reproducing mammals in North America, with sows having up to 2 litters every year. That means total eradication isn't biologically realistic. And here in Brown County, where chronic wasting disease has already been detected, new control measures could harm our deer, birds, or even livestock. Until scientists can come up with an option that's both safe and effective, adding new control measures could cause more problems than it solves. That's why landowners and wildlife biologists believe the focus should be on research, control, and safety, not costly new regulations.
Thank you, Shar, finishing up our com points. But before we can conclude, each of our speakers will offer a brief summary of their side's key points.
Pro 1, the economic damage is unsustainable. With millions in crop and pasture losses, Texas and Brown County cannot afford to ignore the issue.
Pro 2, the disease risk is too great. Wild pigs can carry over 30 different pathogens, and one singular outbreak of ASF could devastate the pork industry.
Pro 3, the environmental toll is clear. From soil erosion to contaminated water, hogs threaten the lands and lakes that our community depends on.
Con 1, yet hogs are a resource. Processing plants and other rural jobs depend on them, making eradication more complex than it seems.
Con 2, hunting and tourism are vital. Families here in Brown County and across the country depend on the tradition and heritage from hog hunts and leases.
Con 3, the cost of eradication isn't realistic. Without an affordable, safe option, landowners cannot be expected to shoulder the burden alone.
So, where does this leave us? On one side, we've heard that feral hogs bring immense economic damage, carry diseases that threaten livestock and people, and leave lasting scars on our environment and water resources. On the other hand, we've heard that hogs bring jobs in industry, are vital for hunting and tourism opportunities, and that eradication comes with staggering costs and feasibility challenges. This is the heart of the issue, that feral hogs are both a destructive force and a potential resource, and many Texans are divided on what should be done next. As you've heard from our speakers today, there is no easy solution. Some push for increased funding, coordination, and new technologies, but others believe that current control measures mixed with hunting and tourism are enough. Today, we the Brownwood FFA Ag Issues Forum team do not claim to have all the answers, but what we have shown here today is understanding all sides of the debate are important. The economic, the environmental, the social, and the practical. Only through discussion can Texans work towards a balance in our homes, communities, traditions, and in agriculture. At this time, we would like to thank you for your attention and we welcome your questions.
This guy is the king of the hog hunters.
From June 1 till September the 15th, me and 3 other guys killed over 600. Next year, there'll be just as many as there was. There's no catching them. I mean, there's no, there's no getting ahead of them. Helicopters are probably one of the, I've hunted out of helicopters, they're probably the most effective way. And this bunch is right. There's a lot of money brought in from the deer and the hog hunting, and if they don't kill a deer, they just kill a hog, they're happy, they go hunting, and they come back and face that land again. This bunch is really right. I've combined all in the Brazos River bottom. Hogs have destroyed their cotton crops. I'm talking annihilate them overnight, like you're talking about. They'll plant the seed, the next day you go out there and it looks like it's been plowed up again. Hogs have eaten 90% of the field that night. And so it's a no-win. They're right and you're right. It's very expensive to get rid of them. I agree poison is not the way to do it because you're gonna kill other things.
I just say when I'm doing, if I'm deer hunting and a pig comes out, I'm pig hunting.
If you're ever going to
Yeah.
kill, there's two more that take place.
I think the priority needs to go to the people that are actually trying to make a living off the land, the farmers that were here first, and probably here later, we need to
Do whatever.
they produce food for all of us to eat, so I would prioritize that over the sport part.
I have a question.
Yes,
For, this is for anyone on the team. I'm just curious, you can just raise your hand, it's just a yes or no. How many of you on the team have personally witnessed or experienced the damage from the hogs? That's, all of you? Is it, wait, was that everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, y'all did a great job. Very, very good.
Do they teach you to do all the hand gestures?
Miss
Yes.
Wilson, Miss Wilson,
It's a process in the
It
making.
seems unnatural to me, honestly, just watching from
are
over here.
you,
It looks exaggerated a little bit and unnatural to me, it's kind of distracting, but that's just my
A
personal
little bit,
opinion.
a little bit.
for you,
You see one or
I
two,
loved it. I
but you
thought
see,
I thought it was very effective.
and naturally, you see one or two people talk their hands and tell people no. But I hear everybody talking in an exaggerated way with their hands, so I mean, it's just, to me, it's just like.
Yeah.
Like AI created hand.
I thought it was very effective.
Okay.
Well, it looks unnatural to me, I'm just saying.
Are you
That's
Miss
my
Wilson's
personal
daughter?
opinion. But it doesn't affect the hog hunting at all.
You want them to come around behind you so they can get a picture with all of y'all?
So is the competition over or are y'all still going on
Monday.
Monday?
We just had districts, last week, 2 weeks ago, and we were first district, but now we get to go to area on Monday, so.
Where
Awesome.
is area?
Jacksboro.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Are you want to get behind them so we can get it? So along with like the presentation they give, we have to turn in a 10-page portfolio. And that's what we have to take pictures of all their presentations and get letters.
Letters.
How are you? Good.
You're welcome. Summer yourself if you want to.
I don't think I can do it.
She said no. She's like, no.
Okay, let's see. Are y'all smiling?
I'm doing my best.
That is his smile. Think about Whataburger.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
Y'all did great.
We've got a brother and a sister on the team together. How do y'all get along?
Twinsies?
He's kind of the goofball of the group, to be honest. He keeps us going.
I don't know anybody, I think I probably would know.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for coming.
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank
for
you.
your hard work.
Good job.
It's informative.
Yeah, but I bet you the win. So where and when it stay?
The first weekend in December, and it's in Huntsville.
I bet you make it.
Keep us
Were you able to get that letter?
Do you want to adjourn?
Huh?
Do you want to adjourn?
Yeah.
You just email it back to me. Is that good? Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Keep us up,
Y'all have a great
Yes,
day.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
Can I ask a couple
Uh-huh.
questions now in just a minute?
Very good.
Who's the Zoom?
Yeah, we're adjourned.
Okay.
That